Hi guys, Shelly here with the Gray Wren Nest. Today I'm going to be sharing how I make passive income, my top 10 revenue streams for passive income. Many of you know I am a content creator on YouTube, sharing my love of gardening, crafting, sewing, quilting, leatherworking, you name it, I bring it to the table here. Everything that I am passionate about, I love to share with you. And I've been doing this for about a year, real seriously. But I think it's worth backing up and sharing my full story. I really did start my YouTube channel many years ago. I wanted to capture my grandchildren, and I didn't want to forget about them, growing up in the baby stages and everything. But reality of life took over. I was a full-time educator. At that time, I was a building principal for many years. My children, grown and having babies of their own, but just a busy time of life. So I didn't really keep up with it. And I've been a sewer for, oh gosh, 60 plus years. I kind of hate to say that number, but it's true. And yes, it's true. I started sewing with my grandma when I was about 3, sitting at her legs while she sewed, and she taught me little things, and she would pass the pins over to me, and I'd put them in the pin cushion, and I'd cut things for her. But that's where my love for creating really started, was with my grandmother. But fast forward to my YouTube years, I started it for, capturing life, but then didn't stay up with it. And I didn't really understand the impact that YouTube had as far as income and passive income at that. So let's fast forward a little bit more. Getting close to retirement. In fact, I'm retiring in a couple months. And about this time last year, it was right around January, I decided, I do all of this crafting. I have this beautiful sewing room. I do a lot of creative things for the community. I share my love of creating with others. Why not capture it on YouTube? Let's open up that channel and really get serious with it. So that's what I did. Last January, I remember it was almost like a New Year's resolution that I really wanted to pay closer attention to what I'm posting, how I'm posting. And at that time, I was not monetized. So, it was just a lot of work of posting videos, but it was rewarding. And my community started growing right along with me. And then around, I want to say it was early May. Yeah, right around early May of this year, 2025. I hit all of the milestones for YouTube. The number of people that follow you, the watch hour minutes, and boy, was that hard to do. But one thing I didn't know that I want to share with all of you, that if you're waiting to be monetized and you're just sitting there and you keep making your videos and you're not doing anything else, I encourage you to watch this video and realize that you can have passive income from other revenue sources. You don't have to wait to be monetized from YouTube. Did you hear that? Don't wait. Get started right away. And if you happen to be a creative out there and you're not capturing your videos on YouTube or any other social media for that instance, I guess I ask why? Why aren't you? Why aren't you taking that next step to figure out how to bring in passive income? And when I mean passive, I truly mean that. There are so many revenue streams out there that you don't have to put a lot of work into, and the money just keeps coming in. So let me share those with you. In rank order from 10 being the least impactful to number 1 near the end of the video, so that's why you need to stick around, to the most impactful of why I'm a content creator. And I don't think you're going to guess it unless you skip ahead and cheat a little. So let's get started with number 10. Monetization, AdSense on YouTube. You know, you think you've hit the golden mine when you get your 4,000 watch hours and finally you're monetized. But guess what? There's another hurdle. You have to have 1,000 visitors before you start seeing any money rolling in. And that's every 1,000 counts for a certain amount. And I'm happy if I'm making anywhere between $3 and $5 a day. That adds up. It's not a lot right now, but you have to remember I've only been monetized since May. So that's a pretty good start. So maybe next year when I do this, maybe AdSense will be my number 1. Who knows? Just make sure you keep watching my videos and I'll let you know. Number 9, partners and educational platform on YouTube. Who knew? I didn't know there was such a thing. Did you? Yes, there is an educational side, and I'm even an educator myself. I did not know there was an educational subscription that schools and universities, homeschool scenarios, and so on could pay to have YouTube streamed into the school system without ads. And then that portion of the subscription is what the YouTubers, the creators get. And it's actually at a higher rate than it is for the actual ads. So I jumped on that one. I said, for sure, when I got invited, you have to be invited. And the way to get invited is they kind of watch behind the scenes, because your videos, if you have how-to videos and schools apply for a subscription, if they come upon your videos and start watching them, YouTube kind of monitors that. Because as a creator, I did not know that my videos were being watched. But that was in like the upfront policy, to where if I had embedded videos, then they would watch and see where they were successful, and then they would come back and invite me. Well, that's what happened. So it wasn't like it was any shady thing going on like that, because it was part of the policy that I signed up with. I just didn't know it existed. And I'm so extremely excited that I got invited. So schools and universities are actually watching my videos. I'm making money from the subscriptions. And I've only been a part of this now for, maybe a week or two. And let me tell you, in a week or two, I've noticed a huge difference in my daily amount that I bring in. So I have a feeling this is going to be a game changer for me, and I'll keep you updated. But right now I'm calling it number 9 because I just don't know enough about it yet. But I have a really good feeling this is a game changer. Stay tuned on this one. Number 8, social media. Now, when I talk about social media, I mean, for instance, Instagram, Reels, Shorts. They're like little, in my opinion, the analogy is like little elves that go out for Santa Claus and spread the good word and find all the little good girls and boys and ask them what they want and make the toys and then bring it back. And then the toys are sold at YouTube, at Santa's shop. So they're the little runners, so to speak. And can you just see that visual? So I put a little short or a little reel out there about my video. I capture their attention, and then they bring the audience in to YouTube. And those watch hours count towards my passive income on YouTube. In fact, 40% of my income on YouTube is actually from this type of traffic, outside traffic coming into YouTube. So I made this number 8 rather than number 10. It's not an actual money producer, but I find that it's a money maker. Coming in at number 7, YouTube memberships. Memberships are tiered systems of support. People who want to be a part of your group and really get to know you, want to be a part of your progress and your successes and your messes, and just really be your ally, and hope that your YouTube partnership is a success. And in the meantime, it's also bringing in their money monthly. Now, it could become labor intensive, but it's all in how the YouTuber or the creator sets it up. So I think that's a wise balance there. You have to be careful with what you offer, but the income that comes in monthly is usually stable, and you can set the price point, but hopefully you set it reasonable, because it is passive income and it doesn't have to be extraordinary if you really want to have great people working alongside you and with you and support you. Now, you do have to be part of the YouTube partnership program in order to set up these membership levels. So that is something you would have to wait on, but it's worth doing, and it's a great way to build your little creator community. Number 6 through number 1, I can honestly say, are life-changing. And they are not really tied to YouTube. You do not have to be monetized on YouTube in order to be successful. These are almost separate from YouTube, but yet YouTube is your vehicle, or any social media for that matter. It could be TikTok. It could be, I don't know, Instagram. Mine just happens to be YouTube. But these vehicles, the social media vehicles, are a way to be present in the, I don't want to necessarily stereotype it and say younger generation, because I'm certainly not young, but I am learning the ways of the younger generation in very positive aha moments. And it is life-changing, guys. So I want you to take it to heart of some of these things I'm going to share. Number 6, affiliate links. So what are affiliate links? Well, they are the links that you get, the hyperlinks into a store that someone can go through from your social media account. And then whatever they buy, you get a percentage from. Now, you have to ask yourself, do I really believe in this brand? Because the more you believe in it, the more you're going to sell it. The more people are going to want it because you want it. And I'm going to give you a good example. I, last summer, many of you know, if you follow me, that I love to garden. And in the summer, my sewing kind of takes a back seat somewhat, because I have to focus on getting my flowers ready for the summer months. I mean, it just overtakes me. But my audience understands me that way. They know that I'm not just in the sewing room 100% of the time. And they continue to follow me. They follow me into my garden. And that makes me so happy. But one day I was looking online, and I found this company called Garden Socks. And they represent more of the hardscape gardening. So like if you live in an apartment and all you have is a patio, or if you don't have a lot of green space and you want to have a garden. Well, Garden Socks is a very unique way to plant your vegetable gardens. And they really do promote the healthier side of gardening with vegetables and fruits and whatnot. Well, you know me, I love flowers. And I'm thinking, boy, that is a really cool concept. And around my house, we have rocks. And those rocks are terrible to dig in. But I also don't want to keep adding mulch beds, because mulch beds you have to replenish every year and it costs a lot of money. So I had an aha moment and I thought, you know what? This is right up my alley. So I got a hold of the owner of the company. I explained exactly what I wanted to do and how I wanted to promote his company using my flower beds for their advertising. And guess what? It was my first yes, my very first yes. And I had a blast. I thoroughly enjoyed using garden socks. I thoroughly enjoyed making my videos and sharing them out. Now, I'm not quite sure how much money went through that link. It was quite a bit. And a lot of people even ordered without going through my link, and that's okay. But you know what? It is pretty cool when you know that you have made a difference in someone else's life too. Not only did garden socks make a big difference in my gardening ways, and I loved promoting them, but I also see it in my neighborhood. Some of my neighborhood friends have come over and said, now exactly what is that? And how did you get a hold of it? And where do I buy it? Because I need that. I need that product. And it made me feel really good. And guess what? I'm going to promote it again this summer. So follow along, and if you don't know what garden socks is, you will here in a couple more months, or you can go back and look at my other videos. But that's just a really good example of what an affiliate program can do for you. Number 5, sponsorships. Sponsorships are a really special way that companies say thank you for promoting my product. Not only do they give you an affiliate link so that you can continue to share and reap the benefits of some profits down the road, but they give you free product to model and to share with your audience and to use every day, even when you're not recording. I'll give you a couple examples of mine. Number 1, I told you about my affiliate garden socks. Well, I have several affiliates that I have links through. Garden Socks is one of them. Repper is another. Repper is a fabulous company where I design my own fabric line. And I will share those in future videos. I've already got a couple videos out on Repper, and I will continue to be sponsored by Repper for a very long time because they gave me free product for lifetime. So as long as I'm doing this, I will definitely be sponsored by them. And I'm not just sharing their product because they're sponsoring me, because I am the one that reached out to them because I truly believe in their company. And then there's the Grace Company. The Grace Company, I have an affiliate link through, but I am also sponsored by them. The Grace Company is, wow, what a wonderful, wonderful group to work with. They do give me free product to share with my audience, but all I can say is thank you, Grace Company. Thank you, Repper, and thank you, Garden Socks, for believing in me, because it is not only wonderful that I get to use your product, but that I get to share your product and that you believe in me to do that. And hopefully one day, my audience, as you're listening, I hope you get to experience what I'm experiencing, because this is the wonderful side of online social media. It is a fabulous thing. And I hope you are rewarded one day as well. But you have to have the ambition to reach out to the company, believe in what you are doing and how you can make a big positive impact for them. And it doesn't hurt to have a large social media following. Trust me, because they do ask. And I am just pleased that I have a large, but I don't have a giant social media following, and they still took a chance on me. And my audience continues to grow every day because of that. So a big thank you to my sponsors. And number 4, royalties. Royalties are when someone, such as myself, the designer, the owner of a product, somebody else wants to buy it, but they don't want to just buy it for themselves. They want to buy it and resell it. So there is some type of an agreement that comes up, and a royalty fee is usually like a percentage of what is being sold time and time again with this company. As the original artist of the digitized product that I make, or even a physical product, but most typically in this case, it's more of a digitized product. Because then it's more passive income because I'm not making it all the time to give it to this company because I'm talking about passive income today. It's a digital file can become very sellable and very attractive to a company that they want to pick it up and sell it as their own. Well, in order to do that, there has to be an agreement that would give some type of a royalty back to me as the rightful artist of the digitized file. Now, there are some licensing programs out there that say, nope, we want to buy it outright from you and just pay you a flat fee. So it's up to the artist on how they want to handle that. But for passive income, I vote for royalties. Number 3, licensing. Now, licensing can come in many different formats here. The biggest one that comes to mind for myself as an artist of my digitized work, I can sell it like a one and done. I no longer own it. And it comes with a large price up front. Like I said earlier, I prefer royalty fees, so I can get it over and over and over again. Even if it's a small portion, it still keeps coming. But I also look at licensing in another manner. With the big print-on-demand world now, and all of the virtual selling you can do, if you are using someone else's product, which I have in the past too, Creative Fabrica is a great source of buying licenses with products that you already have, you bought from some other artist. The license can come in the form of print on demand or commercial use. All I can say is if you're using someone else's design to resell commercially or print on demand items, you better have a license. Make sure and not a license for your business. That's not what I'm speaking of. Hopefully the item that you bought, the digital product that you bought, came with a license allowing you to turn around and resell it for a profit and resell it commercially, online, in a store. You have to make sure you cover yourself as well. So, I'm seeing it from an artist standpoint of view, and I'm also seeing it from a consumer reselling. So you have to be careful and make sure that the license is protecting you as an artist and protecting you as a consumer and reseller. Number 2, my storefront on YouTube. Boy, did this open my eyes to a whole new world. And I'm not kidding. I needed to do some research on what type of storefront I wanted on my YouTube page. I didn't want just to open up a store just to be able to sell my gray Wren merch. I mean, who wants to buy a t-shirt with a bird on it? I mean, what's the significance of that? I had a really hard time thinking, okay, I'm going to open up this store. A lot of stores cost money. It has to be free to me. So I searched and searched, and I found a storefront called Fourth Wall. And it really intrigued me because not only is it free to set up shop and attach it to your YouTube page, which was my number 1 attractor, to be honest with you, but number 2, there were 3 different ways for me to be able to sell my items. Number 1, I'm fulfilling the print-on-demand merch for my YouTube store. Number 2, I can sell my digital items. Yes, I can sell my digital items as files in this store, right from my YouTube page. And number 3, if there's a section where I can actually have custom orders, and they do all the work. They do the shipping, the mailing, the all the taxes, and I mean, you name it, they do it. I just supply the print on demand item that I create and upload it into their system, and I supply my file that I create for embroidery or quilting or laser work, and I attach it to the store in the electronic filing section. And I even have some custom orders uploaded that they take care of the ordering, and shipping will come back on my side, of course, because I have the physical item, but they take care of everything else. Processing the bill, collecting the shipping and handling, the taxes, you name it, they do it. And then I get a monthly check in the mail of what I earned. I mean, can it get any better than that? No, it's fabulous. So that's what really got me thinking, this is pretty awesome. So I did some more studying. And there are all different types of print-on-demand stores out there. And I encourage you to take a look, because we're going to talk about something else here in a minute. But number 2, print on demand, and I call this my passive store. Why do I call it passive? Not just because I have passive income. I call it passive because I have to drive the traffic to my store. They do all the work, but I have to bring the audience. So it is passive in that regard. So it's a little more work than my number 1 pick, but boy, is it worth it. Print on demand. So let's see what number 1 is. And number 1, the one we've all been waiting on, it is my high traffic print on demand storefronts. Notice I didn't just say front, I said fronts. I have many. And they each have their own purpose. For example, I have Etsy, because you can set up Etsy with physical products that you have to make, and then it's no longer passive income. So make sure, if you're really looking for passive income, they're all digital files, or you have a print-on-demand store such as Printify or Printful that create the products that you sell on Etsy. So you're just the third wheel. You supply the storefront, you supply the digital item, Printful or Printify prints it off and does all the work, and Etsy is your traffic driver. I hope that makes sense. Same thing with Spoonflower. I upload my fabric designs I create with my Repper app. I upload them at Spoonflower. So Spoonflower is my traffic high print on demand storefront that I have. And the customer on the other end falls in love with my design and then decides to either buy fabric with it or put it on a blanket or a bedspread, whatever Spoonflower is selling on that website, that fabric print, that seamless pattern can be duplicated on. It's a win-win for everybody. I still own the rights to the file, and the customer has the right to buy it and put it on their personal items. The key in this whole conversation that I'm having with you, the key takeaway, if you truly want passive income, you need to be in the print-on-demand world, or your files need to be digital in your own storefronts. Here are some examples of my storefronts. I'm going to start off with Amazon. Amazon is an affiliate link, so when my customers go through the link, they come to this page, and I show them all of the tools that I use in my sewing studio, and I also share my love of gardening and the items that I use in my gardening videos. And this has been quite successful. It was a slow start at first, but it's truly picking up, and I really do like Amazon. Amazon's a wonderful affiliate program to be with. If you have a Amazon account, it's real easy to become an affiliate. You just share your YouTube page with them, and they most likely will sign you up. The next thing I want to share with you is Spoonflower. Spoonflower is where I sell all of my fabric designs. I upload them as a repeatable pattern, and you can see some of them here. And it's a win-win. It's in an electronic file that it's like make it and forget it. You upload it and you just kind of forget it's there. And you get emails when you sell them, and they congratulate you for being a great creator, and they tell you how many have sold that week or that day. It depends on how the emails come in. I think it's more per week. I'm trying to think of the pattern that they send me, the routine. And instead of having them deposit money in my account, because for every yard that I sell, I make $2, believe it or not. It's just a no-brainer. And instead of having money being deposited in my account, I go ahead and ask for, I think they're called spoonfuls. I get spoonfuls. So $2 would equate to spoonfuls, 2 spoonfuls, and that goes towards buying more fabric. Now, why would I want to buy my own files? Because I do not have a printing company to print my own fabric, but I can certainly buy it at a discount. And gosh, I put in my vendor's license, so I don't have to pay taxes. I get to buy it at a creator's rate. So, gosh, you can't go wrong. So if you're a quilter out there or a sewist out there, I highly encourage you to look into making your own fabric line. I'm posting it on Spoonflower. Another one here that I'm looking at is Facebook. I have a Facebook account, a professional one. It's a page that's attached to my main Shelly Dason page. The thing is, with Facebook, it drives a lot of traffic. I really like it. And then I can do reels from it as well and promote my business. And that's the outside traffic that comes inside that I mentioned. I think it was number 3 on here. They have discovered that it is more of a business account than it is just a page attached to my regular account. And so I had to change it into a business page, which I don't mind because I want that kind of traffic. But the only way that they promote it in the business world is if you buy ads, and I am not going to buy ads because I'm not spending money unless I truly, truly have to. I'm looking for all the free avenues. So what I do is I make a video and I post it on my business page, and it drives traffic that way back to my YouTube and back to my storefront on YouTube. So that's a win-win. Another one here is Fourth Wall. That's my YouTube storefront. And Fourth Wall is attached to not only YouTube, but it's also attached to my physical products, my digital products, and my print-on-demand products that I sell over on Etsy, and I sell at TikTok. So I have a small storefront at TikTok, but it's truly my Fourth Wall store, grabbing all of those orders and fulfilling the orders, and I just get a paycheck. And then if you take a look at my Fourth Wall page here, this is an example of how professional it looks. These are orders that I do for holidays. I belong to Creative Fabrica, and some of these designs are part of a package deal that they're not necessarily mine, because I have the philosophy, if it's already out there and I like it, why recreate it? Because I have the option of buying their print-on-demand license and being covered. Now, I do try to shift it and switch it up somewhat, like maybe the colors or the order, or put a saying with it, like the belief in me. So, I'm not presenting it out there as is. I still have a spin on it, but it's got a license backing, and I'm allowed to do print-on-demand items and commercial items with it. So this is an example of the professionalism and what it looks like. Love fourth wall. And then, of course, my YouTube page where all of the magic happens, and all of the passive income flows through this. Or the idea of print on demand goes out, and I open up different shops like Spoonflower and TikTok and Amazon. The list goes on. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want me to go deeper into these topics, I'd be happy to. Just drop a message down in the comments section. Let me know what you're interested in, and I'll go much deeper into a video explaining how I set it up. All my links will be in the description box below, so you can take a look for yourself. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.